Hey there! Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Mallory, and I'm a dietetic intern with the Medical University of South Carolina. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the MIND diet. First, I'm just going to go over what the MIND diet is. Then, I'll tell you about the health benefits. And finally, I'm going to give you some quick recipes that meet the MIND diet criteria. First things first, I just want to go over what I mean when I say the word diet, because that term can get quite a bad reputation. When I say MIND diet, I'm referring to a pattern of eating. I'm not referring to some crazy fad diet that's promising a bunch of weight loss. This is just simply a pattern of eating that'll help you be healthier. The purpose of the MIND diet is to aid in brain health, and it may slow cognitive decline among aging adults. It's a healthy eating pattern for anybody, but especially those with heart disease or diabetes. The MIND diet is backed by science. It's not some trendy diet that just popped up. It was created by researchers at Rush University. Studies have shown that compliance with the MIND diet eating principles slowed cognitive decline. In the description bar below this video, I'll leave links to studies and articles about the MIND diet if you want to read a little more after this video. The main focuses of the MIND diet eating pattern include plant foods and lean proteins. So we have leafy greens, berries, some beans, whole grain from oatmeal, nuts, salmon, and then lean poultries like turkey or chicken. These are only some of the plant foods and proteins that are included in the MIND diet. There's plenty of room to get creative with all of the fruits and vegetables and lean seafood and poultry that you'd like. Foods that are not included in the MIND diet eating pattern are typically foods that make you feel sluggish and not great after eating them. So think red meats, saturated fats that are found in baked goods and butters and packaged foods, added sugars that you'll find in juices and packaged foods sometimes, and also fried foods. I like to refer to these foods as sometimes, not always foods, because it's okay to have them sometimes, but we really shouldn't be eating them every single day for every single meal. On a daily basis, the goal is to pack on the veggies, and this can be in fresh form, frozen form, or canned form. They all count. The focus is on leafy greens though, so think your kales, your spinaches, those types of things. Another thing to focus on with the MIND diet is whole grains. Whole grains are in things like oatmeal, brown rice, whole grain bread, even corn is a whole grain. One way to make sure that you're getting a whole grain is to check the label, and it'll either say whole grain as the first ingredient, or there will be a symbol on the front to tell you that it's a whole grain. Like I mentioned, nuts are also an important part of the MIND diet. An example meal that includes nuts could be breakfast with oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts. Then you would have your whole grain, your berries, and your nuts. That would be a perfect MIND meal. So when we think lean poultry, we think things like chicken breast, turkey breast, and seafood could include things like sardines and salmon. So like I said, the MIND diet is an eating pattern. I know it's not realistic to cut out all of the sometimes foods we mentioned, like added sugars, red meats, That's where the principle of sometimes versus always comes in. There is room in a healthy diet for all foods that you enjoy. But if we keep the focus on these mind diet foods, it can really help your overall health. For example, if you want to have fried chicken for lunch, go ahead, but then for dinner, choose maybe a salmon salad. Or if you really enjoy drinking 3 to 4 glasses of sweet tea per day, maybe start with just having 2, and then you dwindle down to 1. Or you start mixing your sweet and your unsweet to slowly lower the amount of added sugar that you're drinking. Small changes over time can make a big impact on your health. You don't have to feel like you're in food jail to get the benefits of the mind diet. I challenge you to choose just one aspect of the mind diet that we've talked about and implement it into your life. For example, maybe you start cooking in olive oil instead of butter. Maybe you choose grilled chicken over fried. Just one small change. Here we have a loaded green mind salad. It's a bed of green lettuce, and you can see I have some tomatoes and cucumbers and carrots. I have my beans on there, which might sound a little out there, but promise me it's good if you just give it a try once. And then we have our lean protein in chicken, some healthy fats and avocado, and the dressing I put on top is a balsamic and olive oil. Next up, I have a berry and walnut topping. In this photo, I have it on top of some non-fat Greek yogurt. But in the mornings, it would be really good on top of some oatmeal with some honey drizzled on top. Even by itself as a snack would be good. Last, I have a brown rice and pinto bean bowl. When I cooked my brown rice and my pinto beans, I added a bay leaf for flavor, and then also other herbs and spices. I topped the bowl with sauteed onions and peppers, some tomatoes, leafy greens, and then on the very top, I have some non-fat Greek yogurt, which is a great high-protein option to replace sour cream. This is a very versatile meal. You could add whichever types of beans you like and any sort of veggie on top. That wraps up today's video on the mind diet. I challenge you to choose just one aspect of the diet that we've talked about today and implement it into your life. Like I said, small changes can make a big impact. Thank you so much for watching, and look out for our next video.